Hey, it's Ao from Catalyst, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of different topics. First, we got Aaron and Melanie potentially having a little quarrel on a car ride. It seemed like they weren't very happy with each other while Aaron's raging about Bieber. So let's get on with this video.
You could be humble. You. How's that for humble? Be more humble than the horse you rode in on. How about that? Is that humble enough for you? Someone said Aaron is trending every week. Give me a break. Exactly. Alright? I'm not the one who reached out to Justin Bieber last year. Alright? He reached out to me. Alright? Being relevant has nothing to do with paving his way. I'm very relevant. Are you kidding me? I was Googled 4.5 trillion times last year. Not Justin Bieber.
He's like, I don't give a F about Bieber. I don't give a flying shit. I don't know. He just hates Justin Bieber. Do you think he's mad because Bieber kind of took his spot? If you think about it,
he started stacking Bieber style. If we get technical, he kind of started Bieber was out with that style first,
right? But I think Bieber definitely had the advantage of the internet on his side because, if Aaron was popular, anybody, to be honest, from that era, if they were around when social media was around, they would probably be doing way better. I just feel like social media keeps your career alive, even if you never have a super hit again.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just something about Instagram and stuff that keeps your career alive.
You start selling clothes and shit.
Yeah, you turn into an entrepreneur and more of a brand rather than a musician. Like Soulja Boy, even though.
Why do you think he started beef with me? To promote his album. Justin Bieber has 130 people watching his live right now. That's fantastic. I have 391. Do you think I give a f***? Alright? I was not discovered by my brother. I was discovered by my mother. And you're mean. Well, fuck you. Yeah, well, and you're f***ing a bunch of f***ing judgmental f***ing people who are trying to put me in a category I don't exist in.
Turn right onto 23rd Street West.
Good, I don't care. What did you know? It's right up here.
Maybe while he was angrily driving, yeah, maybe he kept missing a turn because it sounds like she
was driving.
Oh, she was driving?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot more. Well, then what did she say? Hold up. She said, I think I missed the. Sounds like she said RV or maybe she said exit.
Maybe she's like, I missed my ex.
I miss my ex already.
But it was weird because the chat was talking about Justin Bieber. They were not talking about them fighting. So maybe if they were fighting about Justin Bieber, I don't know.
Well, wasn't there stuff about Melanie talking about Bieber back in the day?
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I sent him a Insta once. Obviously he didn't reply, but he was mad. He was like, why you said Justin Bieber?
Oh man, that's not bueno.
Triple, I was thinking, you say you were gonna reuse your water bottles?
Anyway, enough Justin Bieber talk. I'm Aaron Carter. I still sold more records than that kid. F*** off. Alright, and then he's gonna come out and start talking about his health and doing this and IVs after all the stuff I do and copy my hairstyle on his fucking cover changes. Get out of here. I'm a trendsetter. Look at it. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, people.
At the light, turn right
You
onto
copied my last fucking. You literally copied me. Copy that? That's not where it is. It's in these places, baby.
turn left. Right.
Hey,
No. I got
So it kind of seems like they're having some kind of I don't know if it's a disagreement or if it's some kind of unsettling tension. I don't know if it had to do with the Bieber comments or where they're going, but it does look kind of strange.
what?
Those first ones free.
Alright, sorry, I'm dealing with.
Then the stream abruptly ends with Aaron saying, sorry, I'm dealing with, and it cuts off, and then he says bye. So maybe Melanie didn't want him to be streaming. Maybe she thought he was being too reckless, too loud with all the Aaron comments. I don't know. But it's pretty crazy that I feel like she's been getting more comfortable getting angry around him lately. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. What do you guys think? So when you're stalking for Doomsday and all they have is vodka, orange vodka, was there no other option? Or you weren't able to check?
Because I wanted the big bottle.
Oh, dude, that's probably the same bottle that I got because we got the really big bottle,
Yeah. Because I was like, even if you get like plain like straight vodka, like I just want the big bottle so that I'm stocked or whatever.
Yeah.
And he came out and he was like, okay, so the only big bottle they have is flavor. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he was like, citrus.
Oh shoot!
I was like, oh.
What is he?
No.
Does he know about that life? Does he know about that nasty citrus vodka life?
He honestly has had less luck with like the more mundane flavors. That's because he drinks like moonshine and shit. Like he had strawberry moonshine and he threw that bitch up. He was like, yeah, I'm never drinking strawberry flavored shit again. I'm like, what?
Was it real moonshine or just the flavor of moonshine?
No, it was real.
See, I haven't really stocked on alcohol because I feel like my local liquor store is pretty stocked up, so I feel like I don't need to like pick up a bunch. So, do you guys think that Aaron copied Little Peep's crybaby tattoo? It's in the same position, same spot. What do you think?
I mean, just now when I was looking at these blast articles and I looked one picture, he looks very similar to Little Peep. It's kind of airy. It's kind of weird.
I don't think his face looks like Lil Peep. I don't think he visually looks like Lil Peep. I think it's just the tattoos, to be honest. I think if you saw Aaron Carter's face without tattoos, you would not think, oh, that's Lil Peep.
How about this picture right here, Chronic?
Where is it?
I posted in general. That kind of looks like
No.
Lil Peep. A little bit. A little bit. Like for a second I glanced.
No. I don't see it, but I don't know. I think...
Do you think
A
his
lot of
positioning
people
was
are-
inspired by Peep? Because he could have got it on the other
Yeah.
side. Given that
Definitely.
his other side already has the Medusa tattoo, so maybe it's like...
I mean, I think a lot of people are inspired by Lil Peep's tattoos. Like, he even talked about it when he was alive. He was like, oh yeah, I'm kind of... I don't know. He was kind of conflicted by it, right? Because he was like, why are you copying?
Because he has a star, and then Aaron has a moon under his eye.
Even the face, because Peep had that, Peep had like that abstract face, but it was like further back. Like when he shaved his head, he like tattooed it on his head.
You think he's a fan of Little Peep? I mean, I've heard him talk about it.
I've heard him talk about him.
Didn't he say some Illuminati things though? Like, didn't he say some weird stuff?
He
I
said
see.
that Lil Peep was killed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like even I think there's an old video we have where he was directly talking about X, Peep, and Michael Jackson, which is kind of like a weird trio to put together. But
I'm not gonna lie, that face on Little Peep's hat. That's probably the only face tat I probably don't like on Little Peep. I did.
No, I like it because I think
What does that nose look like though?
it's like a style, like it's an intentional style. I don't think he's going for like realistic skull head. Like I don't think he's going for that.
I don't know, face he looks a little bit like Little Peep, a tad bit. I think just like a
But I-
slightly.
that's just because he's white, though. Like, just 'cause
No,
Aaron's white, he's like,
no.
looks like Peep.
Like their facial structures are a little similar.
But I think too, Peep made, like obviously like posts exist and Wayne
Peep did not
exists
make
and
face tats.
But that's like
Sorry.
that's like
Say
saying
that.
Machine Gun Kelly looks like Peep, though. Like you could just say any dude who has.
But
like,
he
a
doesn't.
short-
No, Machine Gun Kelly has like a different. His facial
was gonna
structure
say,
looks different.
Lil Peep brought like a different aesthetic to face tats. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people that get face tats now, they, they're inspired by Lil Peep, not in the sense of like, okay, continue.
I think Lil Wayne was one of the first people that got face tats. Really
I'm not
big.
saying that. I'm not saying that Peep invented face tats. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that he contributed to the idea of face tats. Do you know what I mean?
The better question is, what rappers don't have face tats?
Kodak? No, Tracy.
What rappers do not have face tats would probably be the best, because every rapper got face tats. It's just like you rap, you get face tats.
Okay, Kodak has it.
But that's like the modern way. I'm not gonna argue with you about this.
All the SoundCloud rappers, X had face tats.
Skies.
Trippie Red
But they
has
were
face
all
tats.
around
Little
the same-
Yeah, it wasn't
Like,
like
some
one
people were around the same
expired.
time.
It
No,
was like
I'm not saying that he inspired. All I'm saying is that Lil Peep made a contribution to the face tat aesthetic. That's all I said.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he had a more impact than, probably because of his death as well. I mean, I know while he was alive, he
Right.
definitely had impact too. But obviously, his iconography made it more. And like Aaron himself is very inspired by a lot of these newer modern rappers, and we're going to be talking about something that's pretty peculiar in a second with Lil Uzi and Nick Carter, Aaron's brother. But Aaron, whenever he's on IG Live, what is he putting on, musically? It's always like some rap, it's like some DaBaby, and like, so
Right.
he's obviously inspired by these people.
Little Uzi Vert. I think he had them before. Like Little Uzi Vert had face tats from.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, yeah, we already said Kodak. Basically, like any rapper at that time had face tats.
So on the topic of kind of mainstream rap meets Carter world, which is kind of interesting if you really even think about it. Little Uzi Vert sampled the Backstreet Boys on one of his songs on his new album. It's called That Way. It obviously samples I Want It That Way. In which Nick Carter put out a tweet saying, "Oh my God, freaking love Lil Uzi Vert. Now you're going to have to be featured on our next album." Obviously, that's probably just a little bit of a meme, but like, could you actually see Backstreet Boys and Uzi collabing? I feel like Uzi's kind of like a meme enough guy to actually do it, but I don't know if that'll actually happen.
I just don't know what beat they would use. That would be the hardest part for me to figure out. Like, how would they collab it? Because Little Uzi Vert's style is so dramatically different.
I feel like they could figure something out though. Like you said, I think Lil Uzi is so oddball, as far as like experimenting goes, that he could do it.
Like, even if it wasn't the best track in the world, I feel like it still could happen. Or it could just be with Nick Carter, because I don't know, because doesn't Nick actually sing the chorus to I Want It That Way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they all do, right? Or is it just Nick?
I think he's the lead. Hopefully I don't get that wrong, because someone, anyone who sees
Someone's
this.
God.
fact checked it.
BSB fans, don't hate me. I don't know who's the lead. I think it's Switch's lead, but I think he's like the initial lead. I'm pretty sure. But
I could see if Nick hopped on like a trap like song, kind of like, because singers can hop. I feel like it'd be way easier. I can't see Little Uzi on like a Backstreet Boy type of song. Maybe if it's like techno, like maybe like EDM. But I could see Nick hopping on like Uzi's track.
right, because like he could just do like a hook, and like you said, I feel like singers can really jump on any type of trap thing, and it just kind of works out a little bit. But it's very interesting that I feel like the time that this single got released is the same time that the Backstreet Boys just kind of went back on tour. Do you think this is kind of low key some like industry marketing, or do you think it was just complete randomness?
It was also Lil Uzi's dropping his album too, so it was like, could it be both at the same time? They're doing.
Is that why it took him so long to put out his album? Because they were waiting for the Backstreet Boys to clear the sample?
They should have waited a little longer, personally. But
I could see it happening where like, because obviously he had to I don't know if he had to, but like consult in them and ask them for permission, you know? And I
Yeah.
can see it being like, oh yeah, you can release it, you can use it, but you have to release it when we're on tour, so that like we both win. You know what I mean?
Right. It could be like some kind of deal.
They've been in the game for so long, like they know how this shit works.
Yeah, they don't want some like rapper just kind of taking their cred. Or like probably not the band members, but like, you know, the industry behind it, like whoever their managers are. So it could be conveniently timed, because the thing is, one thing I've noticed is it shows up as a bonus track rather than an actual track on his album, and I feel like that also has to do with maybe the sample being cleared, because like a bonus track is treated differently than an album track, like legally. I don't know how they really do it, but I just couldn't imagine Uzi's album be held up for 2 years because he wanted to release a song that samples. I want it that way.
Well,
Imagine.
there was
Imagine.